What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to take a look at the Tesoro Enteprise ticker TSNP. This is one of the hottest debated stock in the OTC Panic stock market right now. Back in December, I traded this one and I bought around, I think, 34 cents, and I sold it a couple days later for a profit when it was around 48 cents, 50 cents. And that was it. That was my trade. I didn't even look back until now. I look back and I'm like, wow, it went up all the way to $1.93, which is almost $2. So I look back and, I thought I should have held it, but anyway, I'm a trader, so I'm not really an investor. I haven't really invested much in the market, except for some hardcore positions like Apple or Amazon. But the majority of the time, I'm only like a day trader. But mainly my day trading is my specialty. Anyway, back to the stock. Now, it had some crazy pullback last week. It went from almost $193 all the way down to 75, 72 cents. That's a lot of pullback. Almost like 65% pullback. That's pretty heavy. And on Friday, they had some volume coming in and actually buying this back up. So resulting a 36% up on the Friday, which is pretty good for the bulls. Now on the setup, I'm going to go over the technical analysis first, and then later I'm going to take a look at the fundamental. So first of all, you see the stock pull back pretty heavily. It held by this level around 75 cents. Now they had some volume, came in Friday, pushed it back up all the way to almost $1.12, almost $1.14, and then closing by around $1.07. So pretty much volatile, but the bull took over on Friday. Now what's going to happen is in next week, if the bull really in control, they should push this back up above $1.25 to take over. If that's the case, then, and with the volume coming in heavily, then you might see all-time high around $1.92 or even higher, maybe above $2. Now, if the bull cannot control and it cannot hold the level around $1, then it might fall back down to 75 cents or even lower into the 46, 50 cents. Now, I'm a technical analysis guy, so I only tell you what I see in the chart. I don't predict what's going to happen next. Okay, so it could happen either way. It could go up all the way there, or it could fall down. Nobody knows what happens. All right, so fundamentally, so the company actually before it was a zero, like nothing. It was dead for a while, for many months or even a year. And all of a sudden, the only reason why it went up so much was because it has a catalyst, which was it merged with HUMBL, which is a startup mobile payment in like other countries. And then this payment allowed people to send money, just like Venmo or Zelle or these kind of mobile payment. And since then, the stock really took off, right? So it's pretty high momentum. Now look at the chart. Look at the fundamental. You can see this one right now. The market cap is 4.1 billion B. That's a lot, right? And if you look at the share structure, this one has almost like 4 billion share. 4 billion share. That's a lot of share. So it's not a low floater. Now, when a stock is not a low floater, usually it moves a little bit slower than a stock with a low floater. But in this case, this one moved pretty rapidly. So you can see a lot of hype. A lot of people hype up in this stock, right? Which is can be either way. It could be good or also bad, right? Now, I can see the bull case is gonna be that HUMBL is going to be one of the growest mobile app, and everybody's going to use HUMBL, and they have more user, and eventually PayPal is going to come in and buy out the stock, buy out the Tesoro Enteprise to take over the HUMBL Pay. And maybe, who knows, maybe PayPal is going to pay this company, double the price of what they have right now. Maybe PayPal willing to pay, $10 billion to take over Tesoro Enteprise. So your stock is going to be double in value, like immediately overnight, if that's the case, right? That's the bull case, all right? So the bear case is, like, the merger is, with Tesoro and HUMBL, it turns out to be not so good. And HUMBL is still an iffy company, not really a solid. It doesn't show any like profit yet in the meantime, or it doesn't show like any like audit, paper or documentations. And then this one become like a sort of pump and dump. And if that's the case, then you're gonna see this stock like plunging really hard into like, I would say like 50%, 80% loss within the freaking couple weeks. Now, I'm not saying that's the case, all right? I present two scenarios. Scenario one, HUMBL Pay is going to be successful and the stock taking off, and then PayPal or other Square maybe come in and buy out the stock, and then this is going to go to maybe around $2, $3, or even $4, $5, even $10, right? So that's the bull case. The bear case is going to be that's not going to work out. And, it turns out to be, I read a couple articles on this one. It could be a short thesis, so I gotta read more into that. And this one has some valid point too. They did some kind of analysis. You can look at the article. I'll show you in the link at my YouTube channel. So you can look into that and then see how it is. This could be a bear attack as well. So I don't know. So it could be either way. Now, before you invest in any stock, you need to know the risk, right? So you have to do a lot of research and find out whether it is a legit company, whether it's a reasonable price to pay, and all kinds of things. But the only thing that I don't like about this one is the share structure. It's too much. 4 billion share, that's a lot, right? It's pretty hard for the stock to move higher. But overall, so that's my analysis. So either way, it could go up like $4 if you have a really big catalyst like buyout, but at the end of the same time you have equal risk. It might crash down to even lower. So I don't know. So in the meantime, manage your positions. If you enter around these small price, I would highly recommend you take profit and let me leave some on the table, let it run. And if you want to wait for the dip, or maybe this is a buy area, Wednesday, Monday, if the buyer coming in, maybe you can start trading momentum, buy some share, and then take profit when it hit like $2 or something. As a trader, that's what I see. Anyway, whatever your trading is, really want to good luck to everybody who trade this one. But that's just my analysis, and have a nice day, guys.